it's Goddess Raven, and of course, this is Goddess Raven Botanica. How y'all doing? If you haven't already, show that love and support, hit that like button, comment below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And let's get all up into this. Okay, so Christian Keys is starting to face some backlash about him, the allegations and everything that he has made. People are starting to look at Christian a bit of the, giving him the side eye, like, you know, you done said all of this stuff, but you haven't like really come out with, who did it. You're like, who? Who is it? Who is the predator? Now, Christian Key says commenters have named who it was. So, he's still stirring the pot on here about who did it. Christian Keys, made the comment saying that it would break people's heart if he exposed the identity of his alleged harasser. You know, he he's making all these blues clues and Carmen San Diego tips about his situation, right? All the Queen's Men star Christian Keys is apparently reluctant to reveal the identity of the powerful billionaire at the center of his sexual harassment claims because it would break our hearts, he says. He did, however, like a tweet that seemingly cleared the name of a billionaire bigwig that people are speculating is the culprit. Now, on December 19th, the 48-year-old actor hopped into the comment sections of the neighborhood talk after the outlet reposted the emotional Instagram video in which he accused a powerful Hollywood billionaire of being shady and being a predator. He also claimed that the unidentified Tinseltown giant offered him $100,000 to strip and tried to climb in bed with him and touch his wang wang. Lord have mercy. Now, while some fans sympathize with the actor's reluctance to talk about it or name who, a few social media users pondered whether Keys was intentionally withholding the name of his alleged harasser to gain clout and attention. Hmm. Another person penned, he's treating this like a game. Shaking my head. People deal with abuse on the regular. Speak out and let it go, or just say it. Another person said, I still don't understand the point of saying something and not saying it all. People are saying it was brave. Brave is putting everything out there, and whatever happens, happen. Let the Cassie and Diddy situation be your guide. A third person said, it's giving. I'm waiting for someone to pay me for the story, to be honest. Not saying it ain't happened, but why? You in the comments with emojis. Or am I tripping? Key's harassment claims, however, are nothing to laugh at. On December 15th, Keys, who made his acting debut in Tyler Perry's Diary of a Mad Black Woman, told fans that his acting career was impacted after he refused to take off his clothes for someone famous in Hollywood. I wasn't working for him the month. I wasn't working for him the month and the year that he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100,000 to take my clothes off. I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I declined. I recorded it because I didn't trust him. I told him no over and over, but he would still always try shit. So if people don't believe me, they can hear his voice and hear what he had to say because I always kept something on me. So my thing is this: if you're not working with this man, if you're not working with this man, why is he at your apartment? If you and him ain't got no business to discuss, why you letting him? Why you even letting him into your apartment? Hmm? I wouldn't let him in. Like I wouldn't even let him into my crib because you already know this person is gonna be on some demon time. He gonna be on something to try and molest you, touch you, or some kind of proposition you. Why even let him in your crib? Why let him in your crib? This is the same question people be asking when somebody get abused or something happened to them, and they're at a person's hotel at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Why are you at a hotel at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning? You know, ain't nothing open besides a 7-Eleven and some legs. What you doing over there? Same thing. If you know you ain't worked with this man in a year and a half, why is he coming to your home? You ain't him ain't best friends. Y'all don't play tennis together. Y'all don't play basketball together. Why are you coming to my crib? Don't come to my crib. I'd act like I'm busy. Look, I can't open my door for you because I got something going on. I'm on the phone with somebody, blah, blah, blah. Make up something and just let him go. In another alleged incident, Keys claimed that the mysterious billionaire tried to climb in bed with him after he got too drunk during an event at a Hollywood bigwig home. And the actor alleged that the harasser attempted to blame his behavior on drinking too much alcohol. After trying to forgive and leave with a handshake, Keys alleged that the man grabbed his wang and stuffed his hand. Let me tell you something. If you know that you at a party and this man is there and you know that this man's a predator, you know chances are 10 times out of 10 this man gonna try something. Why are you at this party? Why are you not in your own bed? Why you couldn't call an Uber to take your ass to flip home? See, sometimes, like what my parents used to tell me, my grandparents used to tell me, don't put yourself in situations that will have you find out. Don't put yourself in a situation where you could F around and find out. Like what you sleeping at this big wigs, like, and that gotta be a man. So you sleeping at a big wig man's house. You don't got drunk in, and the person that been harassing you and been trying to see your peace, your waner, all this time is able to slip into your room and try and get into your bed. They no lock on the door. Because most bedrooms have lock on it. There's no lock on the door, so you was just it. Like you don't see how some of this stuff. And I'm 100% a advocate. I am a 100% advocate and a survivor myself. But you have to not put yourself in situations, and some of these look a little bit deliberate. So deliberate in, like, don't put yourself in these kind of situations. And I know I'm probably gonna catch some heat from this. I get it. But as a survivor myself, I would never put myself in a situation to be drunk in nobody in a man's home when I could take my ass home with an Uber. I'm not, as a man. If I was a man, I would not be drunk in somebody else's crib, laid up in the bed and a door I can't lock when I know that somebody who's been harassing me and chasing me down for my booty hole and my eggplant is in the house with me. Okay? I don't know how you go from shaking a hand. How close can you be to a person that they're trying to shake hands with a person and he's able to grab you in your by your wood? Like, see, you don't y'all feeling me on this? But any which way, people are starting to turn on Christian. Okay, people are starting to turn on Christian Keys. People getting tired of his ass. Okay, by not revealing his abusers, did Christian Keys allow innocent men to be thrown under the bus for him to get his damn payout? Because let's keep it real, Christian's getting old. Christian's a fine looking man. Okay, don't get me wrong. Christian is fine. Okay, he's fine, but he ain't gonna be fine forever. And he's got to look out for his best interest because he's going to hit a point in time where there are going to be younger looking men who look hotter that are willing to do whatever to make that bread and get into those movies. And he's going to be passed up on a lot of roles, which he's already probably being passed up on stuff right now as is. And you know what? If that's the case, I'm going to be passed up on roles and opportunity. Well, I might as well just come out here with a little bit of extortion, a little bit of, blackmail, a little bit of I'm going to sing to the mountains if you don't pay up. And that's why I recorded you without your permission and acknowledge, and I've recorded you all this time. So now I can use that voice recording and everything, and I could blast you on any social media that would want to pay to hear it. Okay. Or I could take you to court and get money from me. Or you could just do what mm, Cassie got Diddy to do. And that's write that check. Because the person that you've been showing wiggling the meat in front of the lion all this time is wants to keep his reputation. Okay, like look, I'm a woman. I have knowingly have not been attracted to a person and have played the game of being pretending to be attracted to a person because it would give me an edge and a way to get ahead. Okay, let's not act like Christian ain't doing it too. Okay, let's not act like Christian ain't doing it too. He did. Okay, but now the billionaire took it too far. He took it way beyond the realm that Christian was comfortable with. Little life flirting and stuff like that, yeah. But when you start harassing me, shut up in my crib, all kind of other ish and all that, and then you telling me you gonna stop my bag, this is when I'm gonna record you, and this is when I'm gonna come out and say that I'm gonna put this information out. Okay, if certain things are not, met. That's why I told you he's in discussion with his friends, his family, and somebody else to negotiate. I guarantee you, the rumor is going around that he's negotiating something. Okay, that's why you don't hear Christian right now because Christian is waiting for the bag. Christian realized Christian ain't gonna be looking as fine like this no more. And if this man blackball me, I'm not gonna be able to eat. So you ain't leaving me much choice. You gonna stop me from eating. You ain't gonna put me in stuff. You're gonna blackball me in Hollywood. So let me just go ahead and put this stuff out, so I can get a nice big $50 million or $100 million bag. But your pain ain't like Cassidy's pain. So you might not get $100 million, but you might get about 50 or maybe 30. But people are getting tired of Christian. Just that quickly, people are starting to turn against Christian. All right, the people are getting tired of him. They are starting to turn on this man. He already talked about being a victim for years at the hands of a very powerful man, right? Who had several young black men on his payroll who offered him a six-figure bribe to keep his mouth closed, right? That's the key words, y'all. That's the key words. You see, remember Cassidy came out with her what she came out with, and she took it to court, right? Hmm? Because the negotiation that she was trying to do with Diddy wasn't trying to come up off of that money and give that $100 million, right? He wasn't trying to get $100 million. But once he went to went public and it was in the court system and stuff, and he was losing some sponsors, and he had to step down, and all this stuff is popping off, and people ain't like they don't want to F with him no more. He settled really quickly in less than 24 hours, correct? Now listen to the key words to this. And you realize that Keys has been in negotiation himself, right? In this video, Keys spoke of being a victim of years of sexual harassment at the hands of a very powerful man who had several young black men on his payroll who offered him a six-figure bribe to keep his mouth closed. So Keys was offered a bribe to keep his mouth closed. But the six figures isn't enough. And to show that he means business And now he's talking about recordings, right? And he has recordings on a pen, and he got recordings on a tape recorder, and he has phone recordings, and this, that, and the other. And he has brought it out to the media. He is hoping that that six-figure bribe becomes a bigger amount to keep his mouth closed. So there's little birdies, okay? There's little birdies talking that he's currently in negotiations with said billionaire to silence this. And in order to silence this completely, you're going to have to turn over all those recordings. So that's a big deal because that's all his leverage right there. Once he signs those papers, he cannot talk ever again. He will not be able to revisit the table. He will not be able to revisit the table for more filet mignon and caviar. And he will not be able to negotiate, champagne life and caviar dreams like Robert Leach be saying. So right now he's negotiating because once it's done, it's done, and there's no I need more money later on. No, you're going to be paid, and we're going to get all the recordings, every last bit of it, which we're going to destroy in fire, in flames, and you keep it moving and I keep it moving. And maybe I'll let you in a project or two or not. And I will not blackball you from Hollywood, but certain people will not want to F with you. Okay? So now people are getting tired of him and they're like, his video provoked initial firestorm of support and immediate speculation that the powerful man in question is Tyler Perry, considering the year long curiosity about his sexuality and the fact that Tyler Perry Studios produce all the Queen's men. After a few days, folks set their sight on Bishop T.D. Jakes, who is managing a co-current controversy involving being at sex parties with Diddy. Now, Black social media is doing what it does. Folks are playing armchair and dropping names that aren't Perry or Jakes in heavily shared retweet posts. However, it's been 10 days since Keys posted his video, and he has yet to reveal the name of his alleged abuser. The tide of support is starting to turn against Keys. A few days after his video, when he responded in the comments of an Instagram post about his insisting he hasn't cleared anyone's name and that it would break people's heart if they found out. My own supported start to wane when Keys tweeted that folks have mentioned his alleged attacker's name and that he's trying to find the strength to finish the race. Now, this is what is being reported. That people are trying to find that support to give him, but people are starting to be like, mm-mm. And then they have the nerve to talk about you trying to find the strength to finish the race, boy. And everybody's like, what race though? Where are we all going? Okay. Keys experienced what he said he did, and I haven't encountered many folks who believe otherwise. I also understand the dynamics of sexual assault survivors and why they're often, you know, reluctant to, come forward, especially if their attacker is somebody powerful. But Keys is damaging his credibility by letting the issue linger with no one to hold accountable. Folks are starting to turn in these tweets against him. Okay, folks are starting to turn against him. All right. By withholding the identity of his harasser, Keys is allowing the world to speculate on the identity of several other men who are innocent of what he's alleging. It's unethical to sit idle by watching the reputation of other prominent men get burned down to the ground and dragged because he don't want to say who did it. Now, people getting tired. Christian, my brother, it's obvious that many people stand with you. People may have said the alleged abuser name in the comments, but you never did, which is fine. All we're saying is if the one whom is being accused isn't the one guilty, then their need to be cleared. Harsh though it may sound, the suggestion that Keys is seeking a hush hush bag in the vein of Cassidy and Diddy doesn't seem entirely far fetched. Okay, people are finally starting to put it together. Okay, he is out here to try and catch a bag. Didn't I say in my reading that he is not likely to talk? He's not likely to give the name up. And you know what? Now the author of this article is feeling the same exact way as well. That it's not far fetched, that he is looking for a hush hush bag. Okay? He's looking for a hush hush bag. And that's why, people are talking, the streets are talking, and in Hollywood, Atlanta, and all over, that he is in negotiation with for a bag, allegedly. Now, people are starting like the whole affair feels like the first couple weeks of the Juicy Smollett hoax. Oh, when they start comparing Christian Keys to Juicy, Juicy Smollett, that is not good. When he wrote that Good Morning America, I'm the gay Tupac wave until it ran him into a brick wall, it's starting to give a Juicy Smollett vibe. If Keys names his abuser, he could be the catalyst of a new level of accountability in Black Hollywood. If he never says anything at all about it mm, to anyone aside his therapist and loved ones, it would be entirely understandable. But this in between business is not the move. In the words of the great Marlo Stanfield, do it or don't. But I got someplace to be. Woo! Child. So, y'all, you gotta say allegedly, 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 allegedly. There's some type of negotiation they're saying behind the scenes that he is doing to get that hush hush bag because he's realizing, Christian is not no spring chicken no more. And he knows that he can only play so many games or so many lanes on there's only so many lanes he can play and so many, you know, hide the sausage and trying he's 48 years old, okay? He's 48. He got a good 55 maybe 50, yeah, 55, 57 in him, if that. Okay, so he knows he's at the middle like child, 48 years old, he got at least until he's about 50 something, 57 tops. Maybe, and maybe he could get it at 60. I don't know. But he knows his day as the young, pretending to be 30 something, 20 something heartthrob kind of role is going to dry up. And the best thing is to go ahead and catch that bag before you catch the bag before you end up becoming blackballed, because you're not going to give it up. You're not giving up the two. You're not giving up the wing. You're not giving up anything. You're not giving up the twigs and the berries, and you're damn sure ain't giving up the ass. So eventually, they're gonna get tired. He gonna get tired of you, and you know what you gonna do. So that's basically it. And people are starting to come out and say that this looked like some type of extortion or some type of blackmail or some type of Cassidy Diddy situation again, of trying to get the bag, trying to get the bag and secure the bag and get the biggest bag payout, you know so he can go on about his life. So we shall see. Okay, we shall see. But this is what they're saying. The streets are talking, and people are getting tired of Christian Keys. At this point, some people don't even give a damn about the situation no more. They don't. They just like, look. At this point, we need more proof. We don't believe you. And at this point, people are just thinking like this is some payout that he's doing. He's doing a payout. He's gonna get paid out. So y'all comment below and tell me what y'all think about this whole situation. I know. I gotta go. Bye.